Hello, everybody, and welcome to Wounded Hero Tarot. My name is James, and I'll be doing a reading today. This is a collective reading, so just take what resonates and leave what doesn't for those who need it. Here we have the Hierophant and the Five of Cups. Interesting. And then the King of Cups at the bottom. All right. Sorry I have not been around posting. I've been really focusing a lot on the product work I've been doing and more personal projects, creatively speaking, networking and all that fun stuff. But I also feel like posting readings every day can be a bit excessive when it's just collective and not like separate sign specific readings and stuff like that. So I think it's good to take a break sometimes and then come back with some fresh messages. All right, let's see. What does the collective need to know at this time? Okay, we got strength. I mean, with the Five of Cups that came out with the Hierophant earlier, that would make sense. I don't know, that Five of Cups and the Hierophant was giving me like disappointment, maybe, in like tradition. And we have the Two of Swords and the Ten of Swords. I feel like this is giving me the vibe of like having the strength to see through a betrayal, to see a betrayal, recognize a betrayal. Yeah, and then we have the Page of Cups. Yeah, because I feel like there's somebody who's going to be coming in with a fake-ass apology here. That's definitely giving fake-ass apology. I apologize if you can hear the dogs barking in the background. The noise canceling on this microphone was not as good as I thought it would be. Alright, so here we have the Nine of Wands. Yeah, because shit's just becoming too heavy. You've had enough dealing with these lion-ass people. Nope, there's that Five of Cups. Then we got the Page of Swords at the bottom. Yeah, I'm getting the vibe that that Five of Cups is not you. That's somebody who's been watching you online. Ooh. And with that, we get the Emperor. Man, you are really affecting somebody way more than you think. Let's see, we have the Emperor, and then we have Temperance. There's definitely somebody who has been healing, has been transmuting this sadness into power here with the Emperor. And I feel like this is somebody who's going to be coming towards you, not this bullshit ass Page of Cups over here. Then we have the Nine of Swords. Yeah, you know, this individual, they're transmuting some very overwhelming energy. And then we have the Death card at the bottom of the deck with the Knight of Wands and the Four of Cups, Three of Pentacles. Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like this individual is going through a major transformation, and it could have something to do with the way that they view things, their perception of people and particular situations. Ooh, the Knight of Cups. Interesting, and that's right underneath that Two of Swords. Alright, so we have the Knight of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, and the Ten of Cups. King of Pentacles. And whoever this is coming towards you, they've been taking a while with that Knight of Pentacles, but with that King of Pentacles and that Emperor up there, this individual, it's likely they're going to be wealthy. And now we have the Hierophant. This could end in marriage. This has the potential for marriage. Queen of Wands, Eight of Cups, the Chariot. Yeah, there's definitely a new beginning coming up. Seven of Swords. Yeah, I feel like this is gonna take some strategy, some sneakiness, some planning here. Some planning behind the scenes. No spilling the beans to nobody. Ooh. And that's why we have that Seven of Pentacles here. Another seven. You know, you're planning here. You're taking a look at your life, figuring out what is and is not working for you. And then with that, you remove what is not working for you to make room for what is working for you, or who, aka this individual. But you gotta be sneaky about it. You gotta be quiet about it. You can't let people know. Six of Swords, yeah, because you're moving on from some bullshit. And I love that this Six of Swords is underneath the Five of Cups. Like, this, I feel like both you and this individual are moving on from past sadness, you know, past disappointments. And where does that take you? To the Four of Wands. Stability, also another marriage slash celebration card. This is like stability in the home, a stable foundation for a relationship. Yeah, you see, I feel that this Page of Cups that comes in with this bullshit ass apology in the beginning, you know, that's a test. You know, you pass that test, you make the right choice, and then in comes this Emperor. The Hermit. Yep, and the Hermit coming out underneath Temperance makes entirely too much sense. Because then, you know, in order to transmute, you really, like, think about it, you've got to be, like, I don't want to say isolated, but, like, you've got to be on your own. You can't be around other people. This is going to require some shadow work here. Yeah, because with Judgment, you know, again, you're going to be taking a look at your life here. And you're going to need to judge people, judge situations. You're going to need to make a lot of decisions on what's best for you and what you're trying to do here. So we also have the High Priestess, which is the partner to the Hierophant, or rather the divine counterpart. And the High Priestess and the Hierophant are considered like an even higher, more spiritual divine counterpart than the Emperor and the Empress. So, you know, you, this individual, it's likely that you'll have like a very deep spiritual connection, maybe even like a telepathic connection. Like you guys might even be able to like communicate telepathically. You don't even need to use words. The Nine of Cups, hell yeah. Wish fulfillment, that's you guys for each other. I feel like with that the High Priestess and the Nine of Cups, like you're just so at peace, so connected to yourself, so in turn connected to the universe. And you're able to recognize, you know, the signs and synchronicities trying to show you the way. And then here we have the Four of Pentacles. Wow, I just fucked that up. This is going to drive me crazy. Okay. So yeah, the Four of Pentacles. I feel like, you know, even this individual, it's not so much that like you're going to be holding on to something, but I feel like, you know, you're going to be working on your finances, working on like building a savings and stuff like that. Like I feel like together, like you guys will have enough money combined to be able to put some aside into savings and all that jazz. Queen of Cups, the Lovers, and the Page of Swords. Well, let's see. Ooh, and the Eight of Wands. Hello. Six of Wands. 10 of Wands. Dude, there's like, this is gonna move so fast once it starts. It's just gonna be like conversations under the stars. It's not even gonna be like a physical type of situation. It's really like gonna truly be spiritual. The Six of Pentacles, yes. This connection, this is giving me two things. This is giving me that, you know, this individual, this connection, you guys to each other are like a gift from the universe here, you know, for passing the test, making the right choices. Like, this is how you get your forever person. And this could also be, you know, that with this connection, it's going to be equal give and take, you know. There's going to be balance within the connection. It's not going to be one person always giving and the other always taking. Like, this is going to be balanced. Yeah, look at that. King of Wands and King of Pentacles? How many people are going to be coming through here? So, we got two bosses here. This individual is very like financially stable, very wealthy materially. And this individual, the King of Wands, they are very authentic. They give no fucks. Like, they are who they are. What you see is what you get. And that's a different kind of security right there. Yep, and then we have the Death card. Major transformation. And I feel like that's speaking to like everybody involved here. Alright, let's see. Is there anything else the collective needs to know? The Seven of Wands. Yeah, you know, I'm getting the universe asking you to, you know, let your guard down. But, you know, still be conscious of who you're letting your guard down around. Like, don't let it down for just anybody, but I feel like you're gonna be able like to feel with that High Priestess, like who it is you're gonna be able to be real and be you with. Oh boy. What do we got? That Six of Wands, baby. Recognition, celebration. Yeah, I feel like the more you can let your guard down and be like you, your actual true self in front of people, like the more recognition you're going to get. And you may not feel like that because that may not have been, you know, your story, your life up until this point, but You know, your weirdness, your weird shit, like that's your superpower. That's your strength right there. That's what sets you apart from other people. And that's a good thing. With the King of Swords, it's likely that there's gonna be somebody who is like very logical, maybe even very like focused on like justice, the truth. That's going to come into your energy here. I mean, we've got 3 kings out here. We just need the King of Cups, and then this will, with both the Emperor and the Hierophant out here, like that's some wild masculine energy. Yeah, Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, this situation, like this is gonna take some time. It's gonna be a long journey, but it's gonna be worth it for the wisdom you're gonna gain. And at the end of it, Page of Wands, a new beginning, a new adventure, something passionate, something fresh, full of potential. Queen of Pentacles. All right. Talking about creative, being weird, being you. You know, the Queen of Pentacles, she's very healing, very nurturing. And then we have the Lovers. Okay, people. Yeah, you know, I feel like a part of this new adventure is going to be a new love here. You know, discovering new love in this very abundant, very open, creative, nurturing version of you. Then we have the Chariot. Yeah, things are gonna get a moving. Success, victory with the quickness. Ace of Swords. Yeah, there's going to be some truth illuminated here. There's going to be some honesty, brutal or otherwise. Let's see. Tell me about this Ace of Swords. What do we need to know about this Ace of Swords? 2 of Pentacles. Look at that with the blindfold. Something about juggling, something about balance. Then we have the 2 of Wands. It's like you've been blindly planning a future, like you don't know what you're doing. Or you haven't known what you were doing. This is like a realization that you're gonna have here. Oh, and look at that. Now we got the Empress out this bitch. 3 counterpart energies: the Emperor, the Empress, the Hierophant, the High Priestess, and the King and Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, because you're going to be shining. You're going to be in like the most abundant energy here. Like, it's definitely giving me like the Sun card. Like, you're just out here shining, being you. Knight of Wands. Yeah, because you're pursuing things here that you truly are passionate about. So like you're moving with the quickness. These cards are driving me crazy. I have to stop looking. Alright. Yeah, the 5 of Wands. This is really going to ruffle some feathers here. There are people that are not going to like you being more independent, seeing you more abundant, receiving, you know, easily. It's like you're manifesting and these people, they don't understand manifestation. They don't know what it is. But they see you, it looks like you're doing nothing and you're just like getting everything. But really, You've been manifesting, you've been doing the inner work. You understand energy and how the universe works. And with that, we have the Four of Swords. Yeah, you're not going to pay attention to all this drama that these people are going to make as you're, you know, doing you, making your moves. And you're just going to take this time to yourself to rest and recuperate because it has been a long road. All right, at the bottom of the deck here, we have the World, Five of Pentacles back there. We have the Wheel. I mean, not the World. Six of Cups, the Devil, and the Hanged Man. I feel like with the Five of Pentacles and the Wheel, like, you're no longer operating from a lack mindset. And with the Six of Cups, it's like you've really been like dreaming up this life that you want to have. It's like this is giving like dream come true energy here. And with the Devil and the Hanged Man, healing your demons has really helped here to change your perspective, not on just a particular situation, but in general on life, the way you've been going about relationships, and again, just going about life in general. Like, resting could be something that's like really big for you, something that you don't usually do. And that's why, like, you've gotten to this point here of exhaustion where you're just like, okay, I feel like I can rest now. You have stability, you have the right partner, you have, enough to make you feel comfortable, to feel safe. And that, honestly, in my opinion, is the move. But yeah, so I'm going to stop it here. These are the messages that I have for you at this time, and I do hope they serve you well. Be gentle with yourselves, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye now.